massive extension to we can't get another quarterback, so he's got to play out the final year of his rookie deal. But they will make a decision on Jalen Hurts after this season, and that's just the way they do business.
I understand where you're coming from. I disagree with you, and I did yesterday, and I still do today. You are discounting the possibility of the Eagles using the final year of the contract for Jalen Hurts to play all the way through, and then the possibility of the franchise tag. And a good morning, Birds fans. Appreciate you streaming on in here on Birds 365. You got Mac and Mac, McMullen and McDonald with a good one planned for you. A couple of our A-list guests, guys who whenever they come on are always entertaining and informing. A couple of Ks, Jimmy Kemsky and Jeff Kerr will jump aboard over the course of today's show. Thanks to Kyle Rogers, one of our streamers who always notes when the show doesn't get started immediately at 8:00. Yeah, it's on me again. Not overslept. I was just getting ready for the show. I'm prepping.
Doing research. You're getting ready for the people, Jody.
Holy mac! I look over. It's 7:59. Where the hell did it go? The last time I checked the clock was 7:47. I just got in depth in what I was looking up on the internet. So that's my bad. Fear not, we will give you the full 2 hours if we've got to go till 10:03 to make up for the minute and a half that we missed right at the top. We will do that. I'll suck McMullen into that. That won't be a problem. So appreciate you streaming on in. Go ahead, hit the like button. You want to make sure that I'm here tomorrow on time? Hit the like button. I like likes. So if you give us enough likes, I'll make sure that I'm here by 8:00.
It's a bold promise, Jody.
Bold. It is, but I will be. I was in front of the damn computer by 6:35. It's just, we try and prep and have things to talk about for the show, and sometimes I lose track of time after 7:50 when I'm supposed to be getting ready to log in and hop on the show with you, which we will do for the next 2+ hours. Johnny Mac, I got to tell you, the conversation we were having yesterday about Jalen Hurts and his contract status has got legs. I put on Good Morning Football this morning, and here's Michael Robinson, the former Penn State standout NFL player, who is also projecting that the Eagles could give contract extension to Jalen Hurts in the neighborhood of $35 to $40 million. You and I have been batting this back and forth for a couple of months now. Now that the season,
it'd be nice if we got some credit, but boom, Pro Football Talk picks it up and bang, everybody. We've been talking about it for months.
Yeah,
this is the way the Eagles do business. This is the year. After this year, they will make a decision on Jalen Hurts. I don't know what that decision is going to be. It might not even be overt, but they will make a decision. And by that, I mean, I go back to Dallas Goedert last year. We knew the Eagles wanted to extend Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert was willing to wait and wait and wait and wait because he knew what the money was going to be at the end of the rainbow, or he felt very comfortable about it. And he got good advice. And to be honest, he probably could have got more money if he waited till after the season. And he ultimately, we want to call it caved in or whatever in November. But I use Dallas as an example because we knew behind the scenes that the Eagles were working to get him extended. They wanted him extended the day before the season. He was first in line, even before Jordan Mailata. They couldn't get it done. But they organizationally made the decision. All right, this is a player, is a foundational piece. This is a player we want to get to. Jalen Hurts could very well, have a good season and say, you know what, I deserve more than that. And he might want to bet on himself. But that's a lot of money, though. It's good. We've seen it with Lamar Jackson, who's willing to bet on himself. So you never know from the player's perspective. It always takes two people. But the Eagles will make a decision on Jalen Hurts. And it might be everything from massive extension to we can't get another quarterback, so he's got to play out the final year of his rookie deal. But they will make a decision on Jalen Hurts after this season, and that's just the way they do business.
I understand where you're coming from. I disagree with you, and I did yesterday, and I still do today. You are discounting the possibility of the Eagles using the final year of the contract for Jalen Hurts to play all the way through, and then the possibility of the franchise tag. I think that it is a real possibility. As a matter of fact, I think that there are three potential scenarios. I put this out on my Twitter last night as a poll question before I hopped on WIP. That starting the 2023 season, after Jalen Hurts has the season that he has this year, one of three things is going to happen. Either he's going to get a extension in the neighborhood of 35 to $40 million because he has an outstanding season. He's going to spit the bed, and the Eagles are going to go, no, we need to change this now. Glad we didn't go down this road because he's not a franchise quarterback. We've got to get one, and they use the draft capital they have to either draft one or make a trade to get a different quarterback. Or they say, Jalen, you're going to have to prove it one more year, and you're going to have to play on the final year of your contract. And he is a quasi-lame duck quarterback. I personally think that one has a better chance of happening than the others, that he will start his fourth year under his rookie deal without a contract extension, not being traded, because to get the contract extension, he's going to have to be pretty damn good. I'm not sure about that. To get someone else in here as quarterback means he's going to have to be pretty damn bad. I don't think that's happening. If he plays much like he did last year, they're still going to be sitting in the, well, we're not really sure category. It was easy for Dallas Goedert. You could see Dallas Goedert was a franchise-type tight end, and they eventually got the deal done. Once Jordan Mailata flashed what he had last year, it was pretty damn easy to decide, holy mackerel, this kid's a monster. We got to get him signed. I just don't think that Jalen Hurts will either be good enough or bad enough for us to be able to say at the end of the year, oh, definitely, here's what the Eagles have to do. I think they're going to be left in the middle.
Well, I never shut the door 100%. So if you're talking about the franchise tag, there's always a small percentage. The Eagles tend to be able to get things done. Other teams don't. Other teams are more apt to use the franchise tag, especially at a position like quarterback. The only way I see the franchise tag coming into play is if Jalen Hurts plays at a franchise tag level this year, and Jalen Hurts and doesn't want the extension because he thinks he can get more money, Lamar Jackson territory. Then he plays that well again next year, and then the Eagles have to, and then they're still haggling, and the Eagles have to put the tag. But here's the thing about the tag: it's massive now for the quarterback position for obvious reasons. It's only going up, Jody. That number is going to be extraordinary by the time it's time for Jalen Hurts to get on that train. So the Eagles, from my perspective, I've seen no evidence that this team will go the Washington at the time Redskins route with Kirk Cousins, or you mentioned Dak Prescott yesterday. The Cowboys are willing to do that kind of thing. And that's why I said that's just not the way the Eagles do business. They will work something out. Then you have Jalen Hurts as part of it. Jalen Hurts is not that kind of guy. If you offer him $40 million, he's going to go, all right, I'm part of this team, baby. I'm a leader. I'm gonna be happy with $40 million on a 5-year contract or whatever it ends up being, 4 years, 3 years if he wants to get back to free agency as quickly as possible. Some people are going that route. He's not that kind of guy. That part, it's interesting to me because people bring up, Jalen is such a leader, the leadership, the intangible part, which I all agree with, and say, he'll sign for $20 million. Now, I don't agree with that. He's not a dummy. He knows what the market is. His agency knows what the market is. But when you come back to him with something representable, yeah, then I think that's part of the equation, that he's not going to be hard line. I'm going to milk every single cent out of the Philadelphia Eagles as humanly possible. I just don't think he's that type of player. Could be wrong. I doubt I'm wrong. But I always leave the door open. To me, the franchise tag is about he plays so well for 2 consecutive seasons, and the Eagles have nowhere else to go, and they have to keep him, and then they'll put the tag on him. But it's from my perspective, it's not even that part of it is not even worth debating because the other parts of it are the more likely parts is he's going to be kind of good like last year, but not good enough. And then it becomes and that's the difficulty of the decision because of the going rate for he's kind of good, but he's not in the top tier elite status. Do you want to be in that category?
Then let me ask you, if he performs as you just described, what are the Eagles going to do?
I think they'll look for a quarterback next year.
You think they're going to go in another direction? I
do.
Okay.
Now, there's also that part of it you have to say, just because you want a quarterback and just because you want Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, you got to go get him.
Yeah, easier said than done. Exactly right.
Yeah. And if Jalen Hurts plays kind of good and makes the playoffs again and you're one and done, well, guess what? You're probably not going to be in a position to get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud.
Right.
So then what do? Then you have to look at the veteran market, who's going to be there. Is it going to be short term? Is it going to be long term? And that's where playing out the 4th year of his contract can come into play because he's still, somebody brought up Sam Bradford to me, and I was trying to explain to him it's not comparable because Sam was 29 years old. He was a veteran quarterback. He was a free agent, and he wasn't that good. Jalen Hurts is still under contract through 2023, so the Eagles have his rights. If they can't get better, they could let him play out the rookie year, his rookie deal. But my point is, Jody, and where we kind of diverge is that's a decision. If they do that, they're indicating to you, we're trying to get a quarterback. And this whole time they're doing that, it will be very evident they're trying to get a quarterback from the backstage machinations. They will be trying to get a quarterback. Now, again, 2 to tango, easier said than done, blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. But the Eagles have shown in the past they're very inventive and they'll get somebody. You will know is my point.
Right. And as I said, I put this up on Twitter last night and I wanted to see what Eagle Nation felt as far as a breakout went. And as a matter of fact, playing on his 4th year of his rookie deal is actually the leader in the clubhouse for getting the most votes. As optimistic as we think Eagle fans are, Jalen Hurts being that good that he basically forces the Eagles' hand to give him the contract extension in the $35 million neighborhood is the 3rd choice. Most is Jalen Hurts on his 4th year rookie deal, 41%. Draft or go elsewhere, as you suggest. They can kind of make that decision, but not necessarily act on it immediately. But at some point, you just got to say, all right, the season started. What'd they do? What they were thinking about doing, what they're laying the groundwork for is one thing. What actually transpires is another. Somebody's got to be the quarterback for the Eagles in 2023. Having someone else being able to pull it off and get another quarterback, either via the draft or a trade, is the 2nd choice at 38%. And Hurts getting the contract extension is only at 20.9%. So Eagle Nation kind of believes, I'm glad to see, they're in the middle with me. That's what I think is going to happen. That there's not going to be a decision by this time next year. That the Eagles will not have extended Jalen Hurts. They will not have traded for and or gotten another quarterback. It's going to be Jalen Hurts, and he's still going to be on his rookie deal. That's what I see as the most likely scenario, at least those who chimed in on my Twitter poll last night see it the exact
well, the only thing we differ then is the semantics of the decision. The Eagles will have made the decision. If they can't go up and get CJ Stroud, if they can't go up and get Bryce Young, if they can't get a veteran quarterback, they will have made the decision. They might have to look, you have to put somebody at quarterback. If they're not able to get somebody better, they have to go Jalen Hurts. But long term, they will have made the decision. Okay, we're going in a different direction. Whether we get this quarterback and how we will do everything humanly possible with the 2 first-round picks to do it, And I think ultimately he's proven he will do it. But that, to me, is the more important part. The organization will be making a decision. I'd put it at over 90% after this season on Jalen Hurts. They will make a decision.
And I understand the point you're trying to make. Maybe it's because I put more into action. Having a decision behind closed doors, putting a guy out there like Jalen Hurts as the quarterback, knowing full well you don't really want him as the quarterback, that's not good business. I'm sorry.
And it's why I say they're not going to do it. They're not going to put a lame duck quarterback out there. So they're either going to extend Jalen Hurts. The Dallas Cowboys will do that. The Washington Redskins / football team / Commanders will do that. The Eagles aren't going to do that. And they're going to find a way, if they don't believe in Jalen Hurts, to get another quarterback. That's what I believe. I think it's very unlikely he plays out the 4th year of his deal without an extension, unless they don't want him. Unless they don't want him long term and they're not capable of replacing him in the short term.
Yeah. You and I do see it differently, because I think there is a distinct possibility that they'll be okay with, all right, we'll take another year to decide. Is it the optimum thing? No, you'd rather have organizational confidence that this is the guy we're going forward with. But if you can't get a better quarterback or put your chips in somebody else's pile, and you can't make that deal, but you're not confident enough to give him $100 million contract extension, then you have to say, we got to go another year and give him a chance to prove whether he is or isn't.
Howie's done a magnificent job, putting together assets. And he started this process with 3 first-round picks. We all know it turned into 1, and they got A.J. Brown. The quarterback class wasn't great. He kicked one of those assets back to next year, so he's got multiple assets again. Can't keep doing that every year. You got to pull the trigger at some point at the game's most important position. So that, to me, is another reason why the Eagles will be making a decision on Jalen Hurts. And hopefully it's a positive one. He gets an extension. It's real easy, because the Eagles have shown Mailata, Goddard, Sweat, Maddox, A.J. Brown, even though he was in a different organization, they're going to identify people early for extensions, because if you wait, Jody, and we got to get Jimmy Kempski, I see him in the green room, it's just going to be more and more expensive.
Right.
And when Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert come down the pike, people think $30 million is a lot for quarterbacks now. It's not a lot. And in 2 years from now, it's going to look like a bargain.
If Jalen Hurts earns it, I hope he's ready to cash a $40 million per year check. But he's got to earn it this year, and I'm not sure that's going to be the case. I don't think he's going to blow up either, and we're going to be going, hold on, get us more tape of Bryce Young, because we Eagles have to get another quarterback. I'm not sure we're going to be there either. I think we're going to be right in the middle where we are right now. In the middle with us is going to be Jimmy Kempski. He of Philly Voice is going to jump into our little dumpster fire right here on Birds 365.